Well, guess where I'm at? My favorite spot in the world right now. National Park. A little tired today. Just had my coaching call. Courtney, my platinum partner's coach. She's great. Talked about, something that I think is important for all of us. When we get those negative emotions come in, like guilt or anger or shame or whatever it is, especially most of those are from our, we call it the monkey brain, we're not safe, we're not whatever, when we actually are. So nipping that in the bud, something that I was reminded of in my call. It's been challenging this past week since I'm lower on clients than I have been in quite a while. And though things always change, I should be looking at the history instead of, here I'm out here and I'm hiking and strategizing and on my coaching calls and the national park and feeling guilty. I should be sitting home and working really hard. Well, both of my chargers broke. I'm like, well, why do we have to sit and work really hard? Why can't I be in an office and be working at the same time and refreshing and healing as we can be? It's all those should be sitting there and focused and working really hard. Well, I'm actually working right now too. I sit down, find a nice bench sometimes, do some research for the upcoming Saudi Arabia Wellness Festival that I'm going to be attending, talk to my coach, talk to my assistants, talk to you guys, and, getting rid of those shoulds about how things are done, because that's just programming, right? That's just, societal norms, religious norms, whatever it is, the norms. But, why do we have to buy into that? Life is about the experiences. Life is about the life that we make it, not the life we're supposed to have or should have. And so if I want my office when I'm not actually seeing clients to be out in a national park and I'm clear-headed and I'm thinking and I'm relaxing and then I'm responding to work messages and talking to you all and strategizing, then, how is that not even better than sitting there and focusing and, being in an office or even a home office and focusing really hard, because that's how we're supposed to do it, right? No. So thanks for the reminder, Courtney. The life is what we make it. So monkey brain, I'm going to stop that guilt. I acknowledge you. As she pointed out, we got to acknowledge it. You can't just suppress it. So monkey brain, I choose to stop you. Thanks for speaking up. But the guilt isn't needed, because the reality is that I always succeed to whatever I put my mind to, and that's been proven. The reality is that I am focused on where I'm going next and planning my next adventures and collaborating for work, improving my work and marketing. The reality is, this is neat. And you know what? We're missing out on life if we're not having the quality and enjoying the essence of what this life is. And I'm doing that right now. And I get to do that because I don't have so many clients right now. And I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to starve. Everything's going to be okay. So monkey brain, thank you for peeking your head at, but we don't need you. So I'm going to feel good about this alternative lifestyle that I'm choosing to live and living as a nomad. And, you all may think that living as a nomad, you don't need to, you've already fully bought into this and, this is my lifestyle and I'm a digital nomad. And yes, I am. But that doesn't mean that programming doesn't get to me too. And that's what my life's about, with the clinical hypnotherapy that I do, is helping to redo programming. But there's always still some level there. And so there are some times when I think, oh, I should be doing this, or I should be doing this more, I should be working harder, sitting down and focused and being more consistent. And then I look at my track record and I look at the connections I'm able to make. I look at everything that happens when I accept, allow, and receive, and just get really focused on what I want and why I want it. Not the how, the what, and the why. As we learn in Tony's courses, focus really hard on what you want in life and why you want it. And the how doesn't matter because it's going to come into your radius. So it's all about really having faith that that works out. We shift the fabric of reality in a way that we don't currently understand. But the evidence is there when you actually look for it. If we get out of our own way and stop pushing so hard for the growth and pushing so hard for what we want, and instead focus on, this is what I want, this is what that looks like, this is what that feels like, this is why I want that. And for me, I want to be a huge positive impact for human potential in the world. Why? Because I feel like that's why I was put here, why I chose to be here. I'm here to be a catalyst, to help others, and to help the planet evolve into that next level. So that's my what, and that's my why. How is that going to happen? I'm flexible with that. But the more I let go of all the push and the try, then the magic happens. There's that magic spot. And in that magic spot is when things just start to come into your radius without any effort whatsoever, because you're radiating that frequency. And when you're in the frequency of what you want and why, then you're attracting everything that you need. And it really is that simple. I think the trick is that it feels too simple. But when you really get out of your own way, I'm not saying just lay in bed and don't do anything all day, but getting rid of that whole, I've got to do this and push really hard and do all these things, versus being really just focused on the what and the why, and then following those opportunities. That's what I'm doing. Now I get to go to Madrid next week, and then I get to go to Saudi Arabia, and I'm following the opportunities that are presenting themselves to me, instead of sitting down and trying to push for them. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. Those are some of the biggest lessons I've learned this year. My coaching call with Courtney just reminded me of some of these things. So now I'm going to head back. I got a hypnotherapy session for myself with Patrick, my mentor. Continual upkeep to help reprogram. I'm still deciding exactly what I'm going to focus on for this session. And just one more point with what I was saying. Now that I'm leaving the national park, such a beautiful spot. Now, I'm turning the camera around so you can see what I'm seeing. I think, as an elderly person, that I'm going to look back in my life and regret about these moments that I'm spending in these beautiful places. What I would regret the most is not having fully enjoyed them to the max. Instead, thinking about what I should or shouldn't be doing even while I'm here. Instead, thinking about all of my shortcomings or what I'm guilty about, and not really enjoying this place. Kind of takes away the point, doesn't it? So fully enjoy your life and enjoy those beautiful moments, because that is what it's really about. I hope that helps. It helps me.